Welcome to the NOHVCC's module on working with land managers. The most important point to remember when dealing with land managers is that they are people, just like you. Your ability to work with them successfully is often established the very first time you speak to them. By using the approach presented in this module, you'll be able to develop positive working relationships that lead to more favorable decisions. Take a minute to think about the attributes that make people, including land managers, easier to work with. Do attributes such as knowledge or honesty come to mind? Fairness, or the desire to get the job done right? How about trustworthiness, or the ability to understand our needs? Now think about our community for a moment. Which of the listed attributes should apply to us? We hope that you answered all of them to that question. Our relationship with the land manager will go more smoothly if our representative exhibits the same qualities. What can your organization do to effectively work with land managers? The first thing is to identify someone within your club who will take the lead as the contact person. This person should be willing to commit the time needed. Remember, this is a relationship you're building, and that takes time and commitment. The person should have the ability to work well with people, and should already be adept at such skills as diplomacy and tact. They should also be able to understand the agency and its policies. They don't necessarily need to know this in the beginning, but to be effective, they will need to learn as they go. It's more important that the person enter into the relationship with the right people skills than the agency knowledge. These skills are more difficult to acquire and are more essential. This person should not be the attack dog. You may have a need for the attack dog later, but this is not the time. Now, let's assume you're the contact person. By watching the next set of slides, you'll learn how to establish effective working relationships with land managers and others. The first thing you should do in your new role is introduce yourself to the land manager. You'll need to make an appointment for this introduction. Doing so shows respect for the land manager and their time. Do not just show up. The land manager may not have time just then. They might have an important meeting coming up or some other commitment. Making the appointment allows the land manager to set aside a time when they'll be able to focus on you and your topic. Try to set the time for the appointment within 2 weeks of your call in order to keep the process moving forward. Dress for the part. Make sure you present yourself in a professional manner by being neatly dressed and groomed. Arrive for your appointment just a bit early, but no more than 5 minutes or so. Do not be late if it's at all possible. If you will be late, call and truthfully explain the reasons so the land manager is informed. During the appointment, introduce yourself and your organization. This should be a brief explanation. Do not go into a lot of details unless the land manager asks for more information regarding the organization. Explain the purpose and interests of your organization. Ask to be included on their mailing lists that pertain to the interests of your organization. Offer them your assistance. Ask them to consider you a resource if they have any questions about your interests or activities. Tell them that you may not have all of the information they need at your fingertips, but you have great contacts who should be able to get any required information. Let them know that your group is full of dedicated volunteers, and even though most work full-time, they'd be more than happy to devote their spare time assisting with off-highway recreation projects the land manager's organization is planning or working on. Take something with you to leave with them. A research paper with a study regarding the positive aspects of your interests is a great leave-behind, or any club items such as a newsletter, business cards, or stickers. The goal is to give them something tangible to support the interests of your organization. It also gives them something to keep containing your contact information as a further reference or connection to you and your organization. They come in contact with many people, so it's good for them to have something extra to help them remember you and your organization. Ask them about their concerns about OHV use, and then listen and take notes. Do not interrupt them to correct them. Wait until they've finished. Do not get into a lengthy discussion at this point. After they're done, let them know that you want to help alleviate their concerns. Let them know if you have information to help assist them with any of their concerns, and tell them you'll send it to them. If possible, do not focus on any specific issue. This is just a get-acquainted meeting, and you'll have time for specific issues later. Before you leave, make sure you thank them for taking the time to see you. Send them a follow-up note thanking them for their time, and attach any information that you said you would send to them. This follow-up not only gets your name in front of them again, it shows that you're a person who keeps commitments. Offer to take the folks out for a ride. You can't believe how effective it is to get land managers out for an OHV ride. Many have never had the chance to experience the fun and excitement that keep us coming back for more, and they often begin to see what we love about the sport. If you're able to take them for a ride, it's easier to use a 4x4, but an ATV or a motorcycle are okay if they've been properly trained. Take it easy. This is not the time to show them how great a rider you are, or how tough the trails are. The goal is for them to have a good experience. Plan a trip that leaves a lot of time at frequent stops to talk about issues in general. If possible, include a stop at a unique or scenic site they would not have been able to reach without an OHV. Pick trails that are sustainable and fun.